60 outlaw.
56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check, 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 check. Jam it, jam it, jam, jam.
Yes, yes.
Motion.
Get it.
They'll run it here with Brown. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check it backer, check it backer. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Let's go, let's go. Get ready.
Here's Brown. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
30 base.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Shift, shift.
Out.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ready.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He's not going to get me. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check 24.
Now.
This is Brown on the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56. Down to lose 1. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56 is the mic. You can't block me.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. All day, just like that, just like that. Same. Kill.
Topper, topper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, ready.
In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Come on, D. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Go. Get it.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go, D. Show right. Out. 3 down. Out. Mike, 48. Squeeze, double. 48.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Watch out.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
Slam.
Hey, Sam off. Let go.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Hey, watch the slam.
Five.
56, the muck, boys. 56.
Clear.
56. Quick touch.
Shoot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Down. 50. Plant. Hey, echo.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the pass. 56.
Snap.
He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
56. Check 56. Hey.
Bam.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
56, right there. 56. What we got? Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lloyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Oh my
Get
God.
him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And it's caught.
Yo,
Touchdown.
nobody's gonna...
DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You don't want no problems with me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding my...
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taken right around the 44.
Bro. Dead ass.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go!
56 to Mike.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 3. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Come on, D. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Come on now, let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
80 weapons.
56. Here we go, let's bring it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And the Colts first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check like 40. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 40, Mike 40.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right.
Why? Get the fuck out the way.
Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Ooh, this is right. Come on, boy. Ow.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
How you do that?
We go. 30 base.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Recon, 132 fighter. They go.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 56 to Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
53 is the mic.
Snap.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Yeah.
Watch the edge.
Go.
Double up.
Never run that shit.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
What the
And he will
fuck?
fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The point after is good, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes are nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
My fastest fucking receiver has like his best fucking cornerback, so I can't fucking smoke him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
Yeah.
Steps away to his left.
He moved. Oh, shit.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Space to run past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Squeeze.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go. 56 to Mike. Check 56.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Leo.
Second and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike 56, right there, 56.
Ready.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had an opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
He's coming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mike 40. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
2nd and 6. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. He's at the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Squeeze. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So, I think it's going to be an asshole, man.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop
No,
it here with just
I'm
under 40
getting
seconds
the
to
hint
go in the
more and
game.
more this game. I play.
On the ready.
56. Mike 56.
Hey, wahoo!
Get that ball. Get that ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking long for Thomas.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete.
That was in
Nearly
my
the
chest.
pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Let's fucking go. Let it go back. Thank you.
Trailing here in the
What do
second
you mean
half,
rough
for
the
the
kicker?
aggressive
What the
play,
fuck
got a
rough the
little
kicker?
too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up,
All right.
or if you're going to go for it,
Okay.
how to take your body across a punter's
Awesome.
body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They go with Brown. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
How the fuck they rough the kicker, man?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Colts 38-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
Some bullshit, and then he cast the ball.
So for the home team here, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Some good experience out of this shit.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got more yards on him, but that's for me. More completions. Alright, man. Yeah, end this fucking broadcast.